buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so we've got this this article here about Geno Smith's knee injury, and
big one.
And I gotta say, when I first saw this one come in, I my stomach kind of sank a little bit. It was big news when it happened.
Big time.
Everyone's the Seahawks fans are holding their breath.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna unpack this RotoWire article, and see what we can learn.
Let's do it.
And figure out what's going on here. So
sounds good.
So it looked pretty scary at first, didn't it?
Oh, it did. Yeah, seeing him limp off.
In the third quarter.
The third quarter, yeah, after that low hit.
And I was looking at some of the replays, and it's like, you can really see how that could hyperextend the knee.
Right, and that's a real common mechanism for injuries to ligaments.
Exactly.
Like the MCL or the ACL.
Right, and so he goes to the locker room, and everyone is thinking the worst.
Yep.
But he comes back out on the bench.
He does, yeah.
Didn't go back into the game.
Didn't go back.
But that's got to be a good sign, right?
Yeah, for sure. That was a big sigh of relief, I think, for a lot of fans.
Right, so what does this article say? It focuses a lot on...
So it really hones in on what Seahawks coach Mike McDonald had to say about it.
Okay.
And he described the initial tests on Smith's knee as positive.
So how should we interpret positive in this context?
That's a good question.
Is it as straightforward as it sounds?
Well, I think it's a little bit nuanced.
Okay.
Positive in this case means that the injury isn't as catastrophic as we initially feared.
Right.
It doesn't automatically rule out a serious ligament tear, but it does suggest that it might not be a season-ending situation.
So that's a real positive takeaway there. And, he was able to put weight on it after the injury.
Right.
That's got to be a good sign, right?
Yeah, that could be a good sign, It suggests that there might not be complete instability in the joint.
Okay, makes sense.
Now, they're hoping to see him practice this week.
Okay.
And that would be another positive indicator.
So the big question, I know you're dying to know this too, will Geno be starting against the Vikings?
Well, that's the mystery, isn't it?
Yeah.
The article doesn't really say one way or the other.
Okay.
It's important to remember, even if he does play, he might not be 100%.
That's true. He might be playing hurt.
Exactly.
And that never really works out too well.
It never really does.
They really depend on Geno.
Yeah, big time.
Their playoff hopes could be affected.
Oh, absolutely.
By him being absent, even if it's just for one game.
For sure, even for one game.
And speaking of that, Sam Howell came in.
Yes, he did.
To finish the game against Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean...
How do you think he did?
I think his performance over these next couple of weeks could be crucial. Especially if Geno needs some time to recover.
Yeah.
If you look at his college stats,
cool.
Howell shows a lot of promise.
Okay.
But we haven't seen enough of him at the pro level.
Yeah, that's true.
To really know if he's ready or not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I love about these deep dives.
Right.
It's not just the injury itself.
It's not, yeah.
It's all the
ripple effects.
Yeah, all the ripple effects, all the what ifs.
Absolutely.
So, what are your thoughts? How confident are you in the Seahawks' chances if Geno's out for a game or even longer?
Oh, that's a tough one.
What about Howell?
God.
Is he ready to step up? Lots to ponder as we wait for updates on Geno's status throughout the week.
Definitely. Keep your eyes peeled, folks.
We'll see what happens.
Keep those fingers crossed.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till